Well, here we are underneath my new old Jeep. And that's what we're going after right there, the shock absorber. The other one had actually come loose at the top. And here's where it mounts. And one of the bolts was missing. But I think I probably got another one in my stash. At any rate, it also bolts on this bracket here, which is attached to the axle. So it's just a matter of 2 bolts at the top and 1 big nut at the bottom, and change them out. It's pretty simple. Here you can see that nut that holds it on the bottom that I mentioned. And up there at the top, the 2 mounting bolts for the top. So the way I do these, usually I'll let the bottom loose first and then pop it off, and it's gonna, this part, the inner part is gonna pop down when you let it loose a little bit. And then you do the reverse when you put the new ones on, mount it at the top, and then that way you can compress it and then slip the end over the lower mount and then bolt it all back up. As you can see, I got a decent little stash of nuts and bolts and screws and electrical stuff, hardware, washers, you name it. It's always good to have all that stuff on hand because you never know when you're going to need it. And so I pulled open my bolt drawer, one of them, and boom, right there on top, this one. Perfect match. Okay, I got the old shock out, and it was definitely toast. It's got no nothing left. Now I've got the new one. Started in there. I started 1 bolt, slid it in because the ends are open by the bolt heads there, so you can just slide it in place on one and then start the other one. So now I'm going to torque those down, and then you can see that the end over here is hanging down a little bit past the mount there, so it'll have to be compressed, and obviously I'll have to turn that 90 degrees, but I'll stick it on there, and there we go. That bottom part rotates easily. It takes a little bit of muscle to compress it up, but not too terribly much. And slip it on the shaft, bolt her down. Now it's time to do the next one. And there we go, job complete. Took me all of about 30 minutes. And that was even while goofing around making this video. Pretty simple, pretty easy job.